Hey, happy holidays, everyone. It's Matt Donahue with Mission Financial Planners. This is our weekly update. It is the day before Christmas Eve. So hopefully, if you have been celebrating holidays in one way, shape, or another, you've had a great time. You've been able to be around the people you care about. If you're still waiting to celebrate or the festivities haven't quite started yet, hopefully you're going to have a blast. But let's jump into it. A lot of people know what they're supposed to do with money, right? Save more, reduce taxes, plan for retirement, protect against risk. Um, and that's knowledge that's pretty much out there. It's everywhere. But the real gap isn't just the knowledge; it's actual ownership. At some point, borrowed advice, something someone else said, is just not enough. It's not because it's wrong, but it's because it isn't yours. You can quote experts, you can follow rules of thumb, you can repeat strategies, but none of that replaces making decisions that you actually believe in. And that's where progress starts. There's this old idea that says wisdom isn't what you've written down, it's what you live out. In practical terms, what that means is your financial life eventually reflects your choices, not your intentions. And as we're wrapping up 2025, that's a huge distinction that matters. Year end planning isn't about last minute scrambling, it's about clarity. Headlines, unfortunately, in some cases, have a way of forcing honesty. They reveal whether plans exist or whether we've just been thinking about planning. And the good news is, of course, it's never too late to start. Financial planning isn't about being perfect, it's about direction. Starting now is always better than waiting for I'm not as busy or the market's not as frothy, those kind of things. So let me just give you a couple practical examples. Health savings accounts, not super exciting, right? But they are one of the most powerful tools available, and a lot of people never really utilize them. If you're eligible, you can contribute thousands of dollars each year, reduce your taxable income. Those dollars grow tax deferred, and then withdraw them tax free for qualified medical expenses. That's not a loophole, that's an intentional policy. Using an HSA means deciding that future healthcare costs do matter, and they matter enough to plan for them today. Not sometime in the future, not when it's urgent, but to plan now. That same principle applies to IRAs. Traditional and Roth IRAs are going to allow you to build long-term flexibility. Traditional IRA might reduce your taxes today. Roth IRA might eliminate taxes later. There's no universally correct choice. It's the choice that aligns with your income, your goals, and what you believe about the future. And that's the point. Making the decisions, they just force the clarity. For business owners and self-employed people, the responsibility is even more direct. Without employer plans or automated structures, you have to create your own system. You might use a SEP IRA, a simple IRA, or a solo 401k. But don't just think of those as retirement vehicles. They're discipline tools. They ask a simple question: how much of today's income are you willing to dedicate to tomorrow's security? There's no right answer that fits everyone. But not answering, believe it or not, choosing not to take action is a choice. Charitable planning works the same way. Qualified charitable distributions, that allows you, if you're 70 and a half or older, to give directly from an IRA in a tax efficient way. If you're someone who values generosity, this turns giving into part of the plan instead of an afterthought. Without intention, those opportunities get missed. With intention, generosity becomes sustainable. Life transitions make this even more important. Divorce, retirement, business change, all those moments expose weak planning. The rules change, tax treatment changes, assumptions change. Those who've taken ownership, guess what? They can adjust. Those who haven't have to react. And that's the real divide. Financial planning isn't about predicting markets or finding your perfect strategy. It's about aligning your resources with your values over time. It's about preparation instead of reaction. You don't need a perfect plan. You need a plan you understand and that you believe in, one you are willing to act on consistently. Here at Mission Financial Planners, we help clients move beyond generic advice and build strategies that are rooted in clarity, discipline, and long-term thinking. And the reason why, folks, it's because they're the strongest plans and they aren't borrowed. They're owned. They're owned by you. So if you're ready to take ownership of your financial decisions and make year-end planning intentional instead of stressful, we're here to help. If you want to start 26 with planning, we're here to help. Let's stake your claim. Happy holidays. Have a safe and wonderful time with your family and your friends.